all these financial freedom podcasts and all these books and all these movies and everything, they talk about getting to financial freedom, but nobody effing talks about what happens after financial freedom. And I'm going to like dive into the brains of the people listening right now because it's going to be spooky to you guys how deep I can go here. So I know every single one of you wants. I can predict it within a 99.97% accuracy because I've done 427 intro calls for my business, for my community, and everyone wants about the same thing when they're on the call. I first ask the question, what do you want? Right? It's notebook style. What do you want? Everyone says the same thing. Well, I'd want $10,000 a month in passive income so that I could go and travel more and build my own thing. So most of the people listening to this are like, wow, that hit me right on the head. Of course, because that's what everyone, like, that's the default answer, right? So what does that look like? Like, so that's what we go from is like, okay, cool. So we understand that we want to leave and we understand that we want to build our own thing, because here's another false like thing that people talk about all the time. All these financial freedom podcasts and all these books and all these movies and everything, they talk about getting to financial freedom, but nobody effing talks about what happens after financial freedom. So I'm in the process right now of finishing my book. My book's going to release in probably November, December, early December. If you guys follow me at all my channels, you'll see when it launches. But it talks about financial freedom is step one of the journey. It's not the end destination. Because I wholeheartedly believe, and Brett, you can validate this or challenge this, I wholeheartedly believe anyone can go from 0 to financially independent within 3 years of concentrated effort with the right people around them. 100%. And I did that myself. So it's like, after 3 years, you have a whole lot of life to live. And what happens is everyone wants to go like lay on the beach and do the stuff. But I did that for 8 months. And after about 3 weeks, you're just hungover and sunburnt. So I was like, I've accomplished what people are trying to accomplish there like at 70, and I did it at 27. So it's like at that point, you need to do something more, which is building your own business. So that's why vision is so important, is figuring out what that vision actually like looks like. What's that business actually look like? Because I wrote out in 2020, it's 2023 right now, so I can like give you guys the proof. I wrote out in 2020 what my life looks like today, and I blew it out the water. Like I was in my corporate cubicle and I was writing out, man, I wake up in the morning, I walk out on the hot cobblestones of my suite and I could see Mykonos, like the sunrise over the Aegean in the background. And I'm here because it's not PTO, it's not a honeymoon, it's just a Thursday. And I did that. I lived there for a month, and then I spent the next 7 months traveling. So it's like, I had no idea how I was going to pull it off, but I did. And so when the clearer that you are on that vision, then you just put a cash flow number to it. And then we work all of our capital goals based off of cash flow instead of assets. Because how many of you have gotten caught in the unit count game, right? 100 units, 1,000 units. I'm going to LP, I'm going to GP. Like, instead of thinking about that, let's think about cash flow. And then that's how we begin the journey and begin the clarity. I'll pause there. That's a lot.
It is a lot, and it was great. Again, w2worldtravel.com, Brian Luebben. By the way, he also has an amazing podcast, like crushing on his podcast, Next Level Stuff, the Action Academy podcast. You can check that out as well on iTunes and all the other major places.